In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the 900-year-old Jedi Master, so stay tuned to see my review of YODA. Hi guys, and welcome back to Your Old Toys. Now today, we're going to be reviewing YODA. And YODA, he's a fan favorite. Of course, the 900-year-old Jedi Master. Now his action figure does not disappoint. Yes, he's a small action figure, but he was one of the first figures to come with a cloth cape. The only figure I believe to have a cloth cape before him was the Jawa. Again, he has the brown snake. This is the brown snake Yoda. The first versions of Yoda came with an orange snake, and he has the dark brown cane. And if you have the Empire Strikes Back, the first release of Yoda, it came with a more orangey cane. Anyways, this version has the dark brown and the brown snake. Now, if you look into his eyes, you see Pac-Man. This is the Pac-Man eyes Yoda. It's the more rare version. Of course, he's got his snake, his cane, a cloth cape, and his belt. His belt is it's a nice aesthetic. He didn't have a belt in the movie, I believe. Maybe he did. I don't know, but certainly didn't have this little. Is this supposed to be his lightsaber? Because Kenner didn't know he had a lightsaber, but they implied if he's a Jedi, he should probably have a lightsaber. Is this a lightsaber? I don't know. I've always just kind of assumed he is, but then again, I've been lucky enough to see the prequels. Well, maybe not so lucky, but I've seen the prequels and the original trilogy, so I've always implied that, it's his lightsaber. And, if we turn him around, not much back there, but if we pull down on the back, it's kind of a little ball, and I guess it just kind of gives him the aesthetic that he's old and kind of hunched over. Now, the cane is really nicely sculpted. I don't think Kenner could have done a better job. Of course, yes, Hasbro's done a much more detailed cane, but it was the 80s. These toys they just had to look just enough like the actual character, and then the kids, they would use their imagination to make up and make a more detailed version of Yoda. And here's a reference photo. No, Yoda did not have a belt, and he's using the Force. Of course, it's this famous scene, but Kenner did a pretty good job. Let's just hold this back up. And his hand is in a Force pose, so that is absolutely great, just like it is in this picture. Again, his cane is pretty on point. He didn't have a belt. His robe, the colors match pretty well. Anyways, that's a quick look at Yoda. Do you have a Yoda? Is it the Empire Strikes Back Yoda or the extremely rare Pac-Man eyes brown snake Yoda that was briefly released on some very late Empire Strikes Back cards? Or do you just have a Pac-Man eyes Yoda? Maybe you even have a Power of the Force Pac-Man eyes Yoda where the skin is a lot more of a dark green, and if you have the Yoda coin, that's a grail piece in itself. That Yoda coin is so rare. And that's really all I have for you guys today. As always, remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel, and we will talk again soon.